Welcome, young and old, to another episode of Pommyinoz. If you are new around here, please hit the like button, turn the notification bell on, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And what we're doing is we're going to cover the Thursday and Friday games. On Thursday night, we've got an absolute rip snorter of a tie, where we've got the Pies versus reigning premiers, Richmond Football Club. Traditionally, this fixture is one of the best football matches to watch. Styles make fights. And this is one of them style make fight situation. It's often a very good game between these two. Obviously, people remember the 2018 prelim final versus Collingwood, where Mason Cox had a day out. It's always an exciting affair, and it's always tough to call. Both these sides played the MCG really well, with Richmond in the last 10 having 100% win factor at MCG with 60% for Collingwood. They are a very strong outfit. And if we take a look deeper into the stats, let's see what we can see. So as we can see, the ladder position, we've got second versus sixth. Obviously, there's only been one game played, but Collingwood had a very good win first up. Now, their average points scored, this is one of the telling factors. You've got 80 points for Collingwood, you've got 95 for Richmond. Richmond do have a habit of kicking goals in clusters, and it's something that Collingwood will have to watch, and their backline are going to have to be really wary of. Richmond have that innate ability to be under the cosh but still kick 4 or 5 goals for the quarter, which invariably keeps them in the games. You can see as well their backline mirrors up as well. Richmond are very stringent down the back, as are Collingwood. 60.8 versus 65.5. And the average match points is coming in around the same figure, 145 points per game versus 155 points per game. As we discussed, Richmond are the kings at the MCG. It is a tough place to come against Richmond. How that will be affected, though, after a couple of months out for COVID, only time will tell. And you can see that head-to-head in the last 5, very even. 3 wins for Richmond, 2 wins for Collingwood. TPI's defensive rating can't really split them as well throughout the lines in the field. 85 for the defence for Richmond versus 84. 86 for the midfield versus 84. Forward line, obviously a bit of a strength when you've got Lynch and Rewalt and Co. 88 versus 84, with the total team strength being a 2-point swing to Richmond. The win probability, though, does say that Richmond will get the job done. 61% versus 39, with a projected score of 81 versus 74. I'm really favouring Richmond here. I don't know why. I think it's tough to call. My head says Richmond, my heart says Pies. But I'm going to stick with Richmond here, and I think that is a good place to start. I think Richmond want to get the season off to a flyer. I do think that they're going to spend the season, though, more mirroring Alistair Clarkson's type game, where they just try and make finals, try and get that top 4 spot sewn up. I don't think they'll go so hard, particularly with the threat of soft tissue injuries. But I just like Richmond here. I think Richmond are always tough to overlook when they're at the MCG. Should be a cracking contest, though. Usually these two, when they play, is a real fest for the eyes. Should be interesting to see where we go. And then Friday night, we've got the mighty Geelong versus Hawthorn. Very good game between these two, where traditionally as well, it seems to be a little bit of a slugfest between them. Geelong obviously didn't start off brilliantly. They're 14th at the moment versus 4th. And if you look at the numbers as well, it's very intriguing that there's not much giving away. 78 points on average Geelong have scored based on the last 10 versus 83 for Hawthorn. And it conceded 73 versus 63. Very, very, very similar record. We know Geelong, though, do have the best best defensive record in 2019. Can they continue that in 2020 in shortened quarters? But the average match points as well, average 146 for Hawthorn versus 150. The win percentage is 90% for Geelong. However, Hawthorn haven't played there for what seems like an age. As we discussed, very evenly split. 3 wins for Hawthorn to 2 wins to Geelong, with their defensive rating favouring Geelong quite a bit. 83 to 80, the midfield is almost the same. Forward line, slight advantage to Geelong, and the follow rating, slight advantage to Hawthorn, with the TPI just saying that Geelong are the better team at the moment. Win probability is really tight. 58% versus 42%. That is probably as close as you can get for a projection based on 1,000 games, with the winning score being 72 to Geelong to Hawthorn. I'm going to stand by TPI on this one. I really do fancy Geelong here. I think when they're at the GMHBA, it's very hard to overlook them. They do play that stadium very well. It is unlike any other stadium in the AFL. They have a dominance there. They seem to play well. And I really do think that this break has probably helped Geelong, because that first round performance wasn't their best. I think it's going to allow them to galvanise a little bit. Very interesting though, a lot of key matchups. Danger versus Titch. You've obviously got as well Mitch Lewis, the young key forward, against Tom Hawkins at the other end of the spectrum in age. It's going to be a real good game, I think. It's going to be quite a free-flowing game, I expect it to be, and quite an excitement on the eyes. But I think it's hard to look past Geelong on this one. That's my wrap for Thursday and Friday, guys. I'll be back tomorrow when we have the teams out, so it's going to be a lot easier for us to have a look at the weekend's fixtures. Really enjoy your weekend. It's great to have footy back. It's great to see you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your working week. I'll be back soon. Pom out.